Okay, so UFC 304 Manchester, it's finally here. I'm going to just run through the card real quick because this is actually a fight card I'm very, very excited about. This is finally a fight card that's kind of reignited what I love about the UFC. This is a very good card. It's a shame it's on at silly o'clock in the morning, honestly. I was considering getting tickets, but actually the ticket prices were still very, very, very high. I mean, the cheapest seats, you're looking at 200 quid. And 200 quid when the main event walks out at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not big on that. Sorry, just not. It's too much. If I can, if it's on like a normal time, I might consider getting tickets for that because it is a card that's worth paying for. But you know what? I'm probably just going to watch it with my coffee and maybe a bacon roll in the morning. So this video, I'm just going to run through the fights on the card that I'm interested in personally, and I'm going to have a quick look at some of my terrible bets at the end of the video. The bets really are terrible. They're designed for value over probability, is what I would say. Value over probability. I think that might be my new motto because it's certainly accurate. So let's kick off. Mick Parkin. He's a heavyweight from England. He's fighting Lucas Brzeski, Polish fella. Anyway, Mick Parkin. He has been really doing the rounds. He's been looking pretty good, honestly. I would definitely back him in that fight. The odds makers have him as a heavy favourite. I would probably have him by knockout, and the odds makers have that as a heavy favourite as well. So you're not really getting any value in that. Now, the other fight that I'm looking at on the early prelims, you've got Muhammad Mokaev against Manel Kape. Honestly, that's a ridiculous fight to have on the early prelims. They're both because these two they don't like each other. They've had a couple of scraps like in car parks and swamps and wherever the hell they meet. They're always getting into little scraps. I don't know if it's set up or what, but they seem to have a genuine disdain for each other, and I enjoyed that. Don't get me wrong, I love the sportsmanship, but sportsmanship isn't everything. You've got to have some of these fights where they actually don't like each other. It's fun. Do you remember how fun Rampage versus Rashad Evans was? I mean, not the actual fight, obviously. It was a little bit of a dud, but the build-up, come on, the build-up, wonderful stuff. For that one, look, Muhammad Mokaev, I would say that his obvious edge is going to be in the grappling. He's an excellent, excellent grappler. His wrestling is very good. His stand-up isn't bad. His stand-up is very good as well, but it often gets overshadowed by how good his grappling is. Now, Manel Kape, he's kind of the opposite of that. He has got some ridiculous kickboxing, great power, very good kicks. He's got some very good low leg kicks as well, which you're going to have to keep an eye on. My money on that one is going to be on Muhammad Mokaev. I would take the submission in that one as well. Then you've got Modestas Bukauskas against Marcin Prachnio. That kicks off the prelims. Now, that's an interesting one because Prachnio, he's no slouch. But I'll perhaps give the edge to Modestas Bukauskas, but it depends which Modestas Bukauskas turns up. Because when he's on form, he is one of the best kickboxers out there. He uses range really well. We've got to watch for that left body kick. The left body kick is a weapon that he uses remarkably well. Marcin Prachnio, he's largely uses his boxing more than anything. And he does have power. He's one of these tough Polish guys. It's just he's got a good chin as well. So that one will be interesting. That one, I have a potential, because Prachnio is the underdog in that one. There is potential for an underdog upset in that one, I do believe. Now, the next fight on the card is Jake Hadley against Kieran Loughran. It's spelled Colan. I believe that's Irish for Kieran. So apologies if that is wrong, but I'm doing my best with the spelling that's in front of me, guys. I can't, Caol apostrophe A-N. I don't know. Kieran, I think. Kieran, please let me know in the comments how woefully wrong I am. I can't wait to find out. Anyway, the fight in question. This one, I'm surprised this didn't happen in Cage Warriors. Both of these two are Cage Warriors alumni. Both very, very good Cage Warriors alumni, I might add. Jake Hadley has had way more wins than losses since he hit the UFC. He's got very, very good grappling, great jiu-jitsu, especially when he takes the back. When he takes the back, he's extremely dangerous. Kieran Loughran, he's just a bit of a tank. I call him the Irish muscle shark because his frame reminds me of Sean Shirk. Like he's just muscle on top of muscle. I don't know. He's been accused of being juicy, but I don't know. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that. Look, at the end of the day, kid clearly works hard. He's got a physique like a Greek god. So when you've got a physique that nice, people are often going to accuse you of being on the saucy sauce, but I have not seen any evidence of that, so I couldn't possibly make any kind of accusation. But what I do know is that apparently hitting him is like hitting like a concrete sandbag. It's unpleasant, and when you've got a guy who's unpleasant to even hit, that's a problem because you've got to try and hit him. I think in this one, look, if it stays standing, Loughran's probably got the power, and he has got very good kickboxing, good boxing as well. On the ground, he's just incredibly strong, so that's going to be interesting, obviously. But I would probably give Jake Hadley the edge in the grappling, and I think that's probably where this one's going to go. So for me, I'm going to take Jake Hadley by submission in that one, but it's a fight I've got circled because it should be very interesting to watch. Molly McCann against Bruna Brazil. I don't know. Molly McCann's going back down to strawweight again. Is she going to have more luck? Well, remains to be seen. Molly's she's come unstuck on the ground. If Bruna Brazil can take it to the ground and keep it there, then it's hers to win. Honestly, if it stays on the feet, we might see another spectacular back elbow. That's that fight wrapped up in a nutshell. Nathaniel Wood against Daniel Pineda. That's actually a really fun fight. I'd say Nathaniel Wood has got to be the favourite in that one, but Pineda's no joke. That's going to be fun to watch that. And then you got kicking off the main card. You've got Arnold Allen against Giga Chikadze. Now that's a very good fight. I don't know who wins that. Obviously, I want Arnold Allen to win because not only is Arnold Allen English, but he's just such a lovely fella. He seems so nice. You saw it, like he put it all on the line against Max Holloway, gave him everything he could give, and he's so skilled. He's so well rounded. I would say that the well roundedness has to make Arnold Allen the favourite in this one. However, Giga Chikadze, he's one of these killers out of Georgia, and he's an unbelievable kickboxer. Standing, he can end you. He can end you fast. He does this thing called the Giga kick, which is it's just a body kick but thrown by Giga Chikadze. It's kind of nice that he's named it as a special move, but it's a liver kick. It's a liver kick. It's impressive. It's very impressive. And you know what? I like that it's called the Giga kick. It sounds terrifying, doesn't it? So I don't know. That one, I want Arnold Allen to win, but Giga Chikadze is tough. So I'll probably bet on Giga Chikadze, and then if Arnold Allen wins, I'll be happy. But if Giga Chikadze wins, I'll be sad for Arnold Allen, but I've made some money. That's always a good policy. Banger alert. Absolute banger alert in the middleweight division. Christian Leroy Duncan against Gregory Rodriguez. Robocop. Right? They nickname Gregory Rodriguez Robocop. I don't know if that's because he really enjoys Robocop, or I don't know why they call him that. I'm going to have to look that up, honestly, because if it's like, they think he looks like Robocop. I don't know if they've ever seen Robocop, but I mean, he doesn't. If they've seen Robocop and they're saying that Gregory Rodriguez looks anything like Robocop, I don't know. They might need to go Specsavers or something. Maybe they call him Robocop because he's a machine. Because he is a machine. He's like, I think he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but he has no interest in that at all. He just smashes people. Like he just stands and bangs, and he's so much fun to watch. Christian Leroy Duncan should be on paper. This should be a matchup that he should excel in because Gregory Rodriguez is going to stand and just bang with him, and he's dangerous. But Christian Leroy Duncan, you have to say, is probably the better kickboxer out of the two. He's probably going to mix it up a lot more. I think he's going to be technically better, but you have got to be careful with Rodriguez because I've seen him put people's lights out real quick. Very violent. That one, for me, I think that could be potentially fight of the night. Like if I was going to put money on which fight is going to be fight of the night, I would say that it's Christian Leroy Duncan against Gregory Rodriguez. Then you move on to King Green. Bobby Green changed his name to King. Interesting. Lot to unpack there. I can't wait to if I was his therapist, I'd be like, I cannot wait for Monday morning session. I really want to unpack the name change, the legal name change to King Green there, taking on Paddy Pimblett. Now, the bookies have this as an absolute pick'em. King Green, I can't do Bobby Green. His name is Bobby Green. For the love of God, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Bobby. Anyway, Bobby Green. Look, as funny as it is, and you can make all the jokes you want about him changing his name by default to King. Um, all jokes aside, his boxing is very good. He's got extremely good hands. His head movement is unbelievably good, actually, and he throws with some deceptive power. His grappling probably needs some work. I mean, obviously, all people say, "Oh, but he tapped out Tony Ferguson." It's like Tony Ferguson was already done at that point. He really was. And fair play, he still got the submission. But I would say, look, is Bobby Green's grappling going to be on par with Paddy Pimblett's? I would say no. No, it isn't. But by the same token, Paddy Pimblett, he has a habit of throwing wild and leaving his chin very out. And Bobby Green, if he catches that chin, it's going to be lights out because he carries a lot of power. But by the same token, Paddy Pimblett gets the takedown, which I would say that Paddy Pimblett is more than likely going to drive this up against the fence, get a body lock, get a trip, and then take the back, and then probably get the submission. And that is what my money is going to be going on. And good fight that. Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blades. Tom Aspinall, you all know, if you watch this channel, you all know how big a fan I am of Tom Aspinall. Whoever wins this, if Tom Aspinall defends his belt here, he is the heavyweight champion. That might just be my opinion, but come on. If you've defended the interim belt, you are the legitimate champion. Like, John Jones should just get first crack at whoever is the champion when he's healthy enough to come back. But Tom Aspinall is the champion. If you defended the belt, you're the champion. I'm sorry, but that is just the case. Unfortunately, Curtis Blades just happens to be one of the most dangerous guys in the heavyweight division. His wrestling is unbelievable. He's a big lump as well. He's huge. He's got unbelievable wrestling. And he's also got some real power, like that kind of unbelievable heavyweight power of just, he hits you with those ham hocks. Tom Aspinall is going to be faster on the feet. He's going to be much faster. So, but I don't know if you want to necessarily play that game, because Curtis Blades, all you have to do is just zig when you should have zagged. And if Curtis Blades touches you once, we saw it when he fought Dorcas. Was it Chris Dorcas? There's two brothers. One of the Dorcas brothers, the heavyweight Dorcas brother. Anyway, he just knocked his head off with the right cross. Absolutely sent him to the shadow realm. And yeah, Tom Aspinall, he's so good. But this fight, it has a real banana skin feel to it. Like, all the momentum that Tom Aspinall's built up could easily be derailed by somebody as good as Curtis Blades. I will be supporting Tom Aspinall, and I think that, honestly, Curtis Blades, his offensive wrestling is unbelievable, but if you put him on his back, he's much less competent. He's not exactly attacking off his back an awful lot. And Tom Aspinall, his jiu-jitsu is so high level. I feel like Tom Aspinall's grappling he's going to be faster in the grappling exchanges as well as in the striking. So I think that we might see a quick takedown from Tom. I would say once he's on the ground, Tom Aspinall's in top position. I do think he can get the submission over Curtis Blades. That's what my money will be going on. I think it's about 4-1. Then you got Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad in the main event. Man, Bilal Muhammad's a weird guy, isn't he? Like, and I'm watching the press conference right now, and I don't know why he's putting on this weird kind. He's got a weird campness to his voice. I don't quite get it. I've never noticed that before. You know what I mean? It's just he's like, yeah, you keep that energy. You keep that energy. You keep that same energy when I beat you. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a bit weird. He feels like an odd guy. He is a charisma black hole as well. Look, obviously he's very skilled. He's very skilled. Like, he will decision you all day because, look, he's a very good fighter and he doesn't take a lot of risks. That's what Bilal Muhammad, not a risk taker. But I mean that as a compliment, honestly, because it is a winner. He does win more often than not. Leon Edwards is on an absolute tear, though. You've got to, and Bilal Muhammad seems to have gone really. The emphasis he's put is on the grappling, right? Now, the problem with that is that it's almost like he's admitting to himself, "There's no way I can stand with Leon Edwards," because we all saw it in the last fight. They have fought before, and it ended with an eye poke. But up until that point, Leon Edwards was piecing him up. He was. And then Bilal Muhammad's answer to that is to just literally just like he's been training with Khabib and he's focused in on the grappling. But isn't that just kind of admitting, look, I know that I can't stand with this guy? And Leon Edwards, his last 3 fight camps have been for like some of the best wrestlers to ever grace the welterweight division. So it's not like his fight camps haven't been geared towards defending the wrestling anyway. So I think that Leon Edwards will probably keep this one standing. And then if it's standing, then Leon Edwards should pick him apart. Should being the operative word. Because, again, it's just got a kind of banana skin feel to it. That it's like, this is a fight that Leon Edwards should win. And it's an odd position to be in. Because it's just, don't know. Would there be anything worse than a really boring Bilal Muhammad victory to take the title? Oh God, he'd be insufferable afterwards as well. I don't even want to imagine that. I'm not even going to put that out there. I don't want it to come into fruition. I'm going to bet on Leon Edwards though, which probably means that Bilal Muhammad's going to win, because that's how my betting works. So if you want to make some money, bet on the opposite of me. Yeah, so speaking of terrible bets, that takes me through to my terrible bets this week. Now, I've got a 6-fold. This one really is awful. So I'm taking Jake Hadley to win by submission. I quite fancy that because he's very good at doing the back takes, as I said. Giga Chikadze to win by knockout, TKO. Christian Leroy Duncan to win by knockout, TKO. Paddy Pimblett to win by submission. Tom Aspinall submission. Leon Edwards by knockout. Putting those 6 together is 11,756 to 1. That is well worth £1. It means that I will lose £1. Then I'm going for a submission treble. The 3 guys that I like to get submissions on the night is going to be Muhammad Mokaev against Manel Kape, Jake Hadley to submit Kieran Loughran, and Paddy Pimblett to submit Bobby Green, King Green, whatever the hell he wants to be called. That treble is 206 to 1, so you're getting 618 return of the £3. And then going down the whole card, I'm going to take Bannon to win, Parkin to win, Mokaev to win, Elliott to win, Prachno to win, Hadley to win, Brasil to win, Wood, Allen, Duncan to win, Pimblett to win, Aspinall to win, Edwards to win, and that only comes in at a paltry 1,550 to 1. So that's really barely even worth putting on. So yeah, anyways, that's my wrap up of UFC 304. I'm really looking forward to this event. I might even stay up and watch it. Who knows? Who knows? Look, maybe I'll take a nap and then I'll set an alarm and I'll watch it live, because I am really very much looking forward to it. It's the first UFC event I've been properly excited by in a little while. Please let me know what you're betting on in the comments. I do love seeing people's parlays, people's accumulators. I like to see people's bets come off. Please let me know of your successes. Let me know of your near misses, all that good stuff. And until next, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Until next time, keep those odds long and those bets terrible.